Good morning, students. Today we will discuss the chapter Indian Economy on the Eve of Independence. In this chapter we will study about the colonial exploitation of the Indian economy under the British rule, features of Indian economy on the eve of independence, agriculture sector on the eve of independence, industrial sector on the eve of independence, foreign trade under the British rule, demographic profile during the British rule, occupational structure on the eve of independence, infrastructure on the eve of independence also. These are the main features of an economy, and these were the features of Indian economy on the eve of independence also. So first we will take the topic, that is colonial exploitation of the Indian economy under the British rule. Colonial exploitation means Indian economy under the British rule, it was subjected to colonial exploitation, implied a targeted exploitation of all the sectors of the economy by the British government. Means British government make a main strategy to exploit the Indian economy. This is how it was happened. First is colonial exploitation of agriculture sector. Agriculture was the main occupation of the Indian economy, and agriculture was exploited through jamidari system of the land revenue. Land revenue, Bhu Rajsav, it means jamidari system. It was present at that time in the Indian economy in agriculture sector. Following observation highlight how the system led to exploit of Indian agriculture. Jamidars, these were declared as owner of the soil. They were to pay a fixed sum of the government by way of land revenue and free to extract as much as they wished from the tillers of the soil. Means the farmers, they were not the owner of the land. Only to work hard, they work on their land, but jamidars, they were declared as the owner of the soil, and they fix some amount of the from the tillers so that they can get the revenue from the land. And the tillers of the soil means the actual cultivator who cultivate the land at that time, they got bare minimum for survival. Means they have no money to fulfill their main, or you can say basic need. They were left with no surplus for investment in the agriculture. Only the minimum sources they get from the tillers of the soil. And the jamidars, on the other hand, spent their revenue income on the luxuries of the life. They were feeling that they are the landowners and they can get all the money from the soil. And little or no investment was made for the development of agriculture. Mean jamidars get the revenue only, and all the hard work that was done by the tillers or the farmers on the land. Second is colonial exploitation of the industrial sector. Prior to British rule, industrial sector in India, it was well known for its handicraft. And Indian handicraft means work produced by hand labor. Means the work done by the hand labor, it is called handicraft. They enjoyed a worldwide reputation for their variety and their quality. It was world famous that the handicraft, handmade work by the Indian, that was good quality, that was a variety also, but these were destroyed by the British government in two ways. And how the British ruler, they destroyed, that was in two ways. First is foreign demand for the Indian handicraft. It was destroyed by the way of heavy duty on their export. Export means, you know very well, that the material goes to outside the country. Means there are two main of the foreign trade, that is export, the material that goes to the other country or from to the rest of the world, and the material that comes from rest of the world, that is called import. They impose the heavy duty on export, and so that the material goes to the rest of world that have high cost, and it demolish and it has a bad effect on the Indian handicraft. Domestic demand for the Indian handicraft, it was destroyed by the way of duty-free import for the British goods in the Indian market. And the material that comes from the Britain, that was duty-free. So they want to increase the material from the Britain to the India, and it was the colonial exploitation of the industrial sector of Indian economy. Third one is colonial exploitation of international trade. India's international trade was exploited through discriminatory tariff. Discriminatory means that is partial tariff policy, means भेदभावपूर्ण नीति, जिसको आप हिंदी में बोल सकते हैं. It implied a tax on import and duty-free export of Indian raw material to fulfill the industrial need in Britain. Means the material who fulfill the demand for the British industries, this was duty-free export ऑफ इंडिया रॉ मटेरियल. यानी कि जो रॉ मटेरियल इंडिया से चाहिए था ब्रिटेन को, वो उसके ऊपर किसी भी तरह की कोई ड्यूटी नहीं थी, उसको ड्यूटी फ्री कर दिया गया था. एंड ड्यूटी फ्री इंपोर्ट ऑफ ब्रिटिश गुड्स. सेकंड, ब्रिटिश वांट दैट देयर वाज नो ड्यूटी ऑन इंपोर्ट दैट इज इंपोर्टेड फ्रॉम द ब्रिटिश and to expand demand for the British goods in the Indian market. And it was owing to discriminatory tariff policy. It was due to the discriminatory tariff policy, means भेदभावपूर्ण नीति का ये रिजल्ट हुआ that India became importer of the finished goods from Britain. इंडिया सबसे बड़ा इंपोर्टर बन गया, आयात करने लगा वो ब्रिटिश के बनी बनाई कमोडिटीज का. एंड एक्सपोर्ट of the raw material to the Britain, means raw material which goes from India to the Britain, and the finished goods means made goods, they comes from the Britain. And owing to its colonial exploitation, the Indian economy became both stagnant as well as a backward economy. The economy that was fulfilled, that was, you can say, the world famous economy that became stagnant, means there is no movement in the economy, as well as backward means that was no dynamic condition